I also found this. It's a stick bug! My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit. Okay, out on the table here in front of us, we have everything from our past 2 days of shopping at the bins. We've got a lot of stuff out here on the table and actually a couple items down on the floor. So
yeah.
I will forewarn you that I did just wake up. I had fallen asleep and Andrew woke me up to film this video. So I'm not completely on top of my game, but I'll wake up as we go.
I woke you up at 10:30. It is now 11 o'clock at night for us, and you guys are probably watching this around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning.
That's
because
right.
She stayed up to edit this tonight too.
That's exactly right. So here we go. Let's get through this stuff. Okay, so our total spend at the bins was $50. You pay by the pound, so we can't exactly say we paid this for this item or this for this item. It was just $50. That was what we paid for everything. Now let's talk about what we got. So as soon as we walked in the door, I went straight towards the glassware, and I wasn't expecting a whole lot out of the glassware. I think because we were there on a Tuesday, and I know they swapped the glassware on Wednesday, so it was kind of like the end
of the run,
of the
yeah.
glassware. And I was kind of like, you know, I'm not really expecting a whole lot, but I should probably check it out anyway. And sure enough, it was pretty disappointing until I got to the very, very end, and that's when I found this box of salt and pepper shakers in the shoes. It was kind of weird. Like, it was like a box that somebody had maybe like picked stuff to purchase and then decided they didn't want to, and so they just came back and like dumped it in the shoes. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take that. So I started going through that box, and that's where I started finding a couple things worth picking for reselling. So I got a couple pairs of salt and pepper shakers. These little guys. Now they are not marked, they don't have their stoppers. I would expect to get 10 to 15 for these. They're nice little hand painted pieces. These ones as well, they're peach luster and blue luster. I think these are Japan, yeah.
I think it's kind of cool that they like did 2 different colors, but it's the same exact flower design.
Exactly, that is neat. These also 10 to 15. This one,
that's cool.
I thought this was really cool. I found the little tray first, and I was like hoping, I was like, oh, I really hope the shakers are in there too to go with this tray. And then I found the little flower shakers. So these ones actually have their original corks in them still. So this little set, 10 to 15, and this little set, little calla lilies.
Yeah, that's cool.
I know. Now I found these online in different colors. I think there were some green ones online, but these ones are like a brownish.
Chocolate, like a light chocolate color.
Yeah, so they're perfect for fall. It was my thought, you know. Oh, those are, you know, because all the others were green, and I'm like, oh, I kind of like the green, but I'm like, you know what? Brown is great because we're coming into fall, and it's kind of we look good for a fall setting. So those ones, 10 to 15. It's kind of usually where my salt and pepper shaker sets fall into line. So 10, 20, 30, 40. $40 on the salt and pepper shakers. Not too shabby when our total spend was $50. And that's the low end. I think like this piece right here might go for closer to 50. If not a little bit more because it's a 3-piece set.
Yeah.
So, what is that? Oh, it's a fly. There's a fly flying around. I'm not surprised. The kids leave the door open all the time. Oh,
Just blame the cat.
Yeah. And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, we temporarily have a kitten. It's not permanent. It's not a permanent thing.
It is not.
Drew is still allergic to kittens, but somebody had, if you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you saw that somebody literally dropped a kitten at our house. and it took us like 3 weeks to catch it. And we took it to the vet last week, got it vetted. It has respiratory issues, so it's getting treated for a bunch of stuff, and then it's going to be going to Sam and my brother. So
yes, and everybody, you can suggest allergy medicine all you want, but
he's terribly allergic.
With the asthma on top of it, that's what kills me.
Yeah.
It's not just the allergic reaction. Oh, and my eyes swell shut if I touch the cat and then touch my eyes. So
it's true. I've seen it happen.
And it hurts. So yeah,
So,
we're going to give the cat a good temporary home. We've had it to the vet once already. We've got another follow-up and a couple more for vaccinations and stuff. It's going to get everything it needs. It's going
to go live happily ever after with Sam and
yes. Yep.
So anyway, we do have a temporary kitten.
Otherwise, if I wasn't allergic, it's probably the coolest cat I've ever encountered, and I really do like it.
Cats were not meant to be leashed.
Come on.
Come on, kitten.
Come on.
Come on, kitten.
I hate cats.
It's not bad. It's a really good kid. So also, I mean, not to skip over the cat stuff, but back to our haul video.
Cat food.
Wait, what?
It's a chicken.
Oh,
cat
yes
food.
it is. So I picked out this glass chicken. It is made by Anchor Hawking. Now, we have sold a couple of these recently. Exactly like this, except they're not painted. And I say this is painted, but obviously it's very worn.
Yeah.
It probably was actually quite pretty when it was painted, and it was probably just somebody messing around painting it because I don't know. But it does have the Anchor Hawking mark. We typically sell these for $12 to $15.
I would think off that glass too, it would be pretty simple to get that paint off.
Yeah, or somebody could leave it just for the
The aesthetics.
Yeah, I kind of like it, with it a little bit faded. So 10 to 15 on the milk glass chicken on a nest. So I think that's, oh wait. We found another one of these. Andrew had picked one of these up at the flea market like a month ago. Yeah, this one has a sticker on the bottom. It doesn't have the pottery, unless the pottery mark is underneath the sticker. This one appears to have a label of some sort.
Yeah, this was probably a giveaway. Nails from Best of Luck. And it's got a net weight on it. 2 ounces.
Scottish shortbread cookies.
Horseshoes and nails. Oh, yeah. So cookies in the shape of horseshoes and shoeing nails.
Yeah, but it's a mug.
That's pretty cool.
So I don't know, it has this weird mark on the bottom. I don't know, it's a sticker. And I'm wondering if the Pottery who made the previous mug is under the sticker or not, but I didn't peel the sticker off. It's pretty much the same mug. It measures the exact same dimensions as the last mug.
Oh, it's the same looking. Yeah, absolutely.
But it's just the horse's butt.
It's wonderful.
It's delightful, actually.
Everybody liked the last one.
I know. So when I saw it in the bins, I'm like, why is that still here? I have no idea, but it's coming with me.
Because we know right where it's going.
So the last one we sold, I checked, it sold for $26. So I would expect this to sell for $20 to $25. We did all right in the glass. So the glass and the ceramics are gonna pay for the entire
everything
thing.
else, yeah.
Yeah, so the rest is just gravy. And since we only have a few more items, I'll just go over them real quick.
Go for it.
All right. So from there, we went to go and dig through the actual bins. Oh wait, no, I lied. I got these goatee prints.
Yes.
Andrew can talk to these because he is the reason I grabbed these, because he has talked about them before to me. And so when I saw them, I knew what they were. That fly is gonna drive me nuts. They can probably see my eyes going like this because it's behind the camera.
So Goatees, Godey''S, Goatees Fashions. They put out publications with women's clothing, so of period. So it's like Civil War period for most of them. I have an entire book from 1862 at home, just full of these plates. Some of these plates are hand colored when you get them, Like this one's got some hand coloring to it. This one does not, but the majority of the ones in the book that I have are hand colored. But these are like totally cool because you get to see exactly what these women were wearing.
I would die if I had to wear that.
I know, that's insane, isn't it? Like,
It's so heavy and so hot.
yo, these girls have like the hugest butts ever though. Look at those things. They're huge.
Yeah, okay. So these actually have some water damage and whatnot. And technically, I was at the bins and I didn't even think of this. I could have popped them out of the frames and not even had to pay for the frames. Because at the bins, you can disassemble stuff and take it apart. And
Yeah.
that's what I probably should have done.
You know what though? I mean,
The frames are
not nice frames.
horrible.
Yeah, I know.
And I probably will, when I sell them, take them out of the frame.
Yeah, sell them as a loose print.
Yeah, but they do have water damage, so I don't even know if they'll be able
Maybe
to
there's
sell.
$100 bills hidden behind them.
It's possible. That's actually what I was thinking when I
That's
bought
what I'm
them.
hoping.
I was thinking those girls have big butts, and I think they would hide money in prints.
I noticed when we were at, let's see, they haven't seen that video yet. You'll see an estate sale video coming.
Spoilers.
But I noticed when we were there, some of the paintings and some of the frames, the backs, if they had paper on the back, somebody went through and cut and opened all the backs to see if... Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, these are cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in the same line as the bird book.
Audubon birds.
Yeah, the Godey's Fashions.
People would
Yeah.
frame them, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So those were those. I don't know how much those would go for because they are damaged. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. Also, I grabbed...
I think they'll look a little less dingy once they come out of the dirty frames too.
Oh, come on, no. So that's why I said, why would you... Mister, I'm allergic to dander and fur and dust. So let's blow on this vintage furry dust mop thing and let the dust go everywhere. That's a brilliant idea.
Just keep waving it around.
Is that another train? It's been 12 minutes since the last train.
That's okay, because I only got to smoke a half a cigarette the last train.
Why is this happening to me?
Watch this one just be 2 engines.
I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna stop the video.
I have this fuzzy mop in front of my face.
Is it over?
No. It's definitely a full train.
Okay, go. You've got until the train's over and then you're coming back.
Are you going to keep filming?
Yes, I'm too lazy to get up and stop. I told you. Okay. So this guy I spotted in the bins and he was just a giant fluff. And I instantly recognized what he was.
Some sort of owl.
Yes, I started parting his little fluff and there were 2 eyeballs staring back at me.
No. Is there a beak?
Yes, it's an owl.
Are you sure it's not the abominable snowman?
No, it's an
Are
owl.
you sure it's not the
Stop.
abominable snowman?
Stop.
Are you sure? I've never seen a fluffy owl, but I've seen an abominable snowman.
That's an owl.
Not a real abominable snowman.
I don't
but,
know what you're
pictures and
talking about.
drawings. I don't know. That's a nose. That's not a beak.
That's a beak.
It's not pointy.
We're not having this discussion. We're filming a haul.
It's a Yeti.
Oh my god. Okay, so anyway, I found this owl. It's marked
Yeti.
the Woolly Critters Company. And
It's pretty cool though.
he is pretty cool. Now, I'm not really sure how much he would go for. I would say probably 20 to 25. He is vintage. He's cool. He's a giant fluff. You know, you don't even have to use him for an owl. You can use him to dust in the corners if you really wanted to. I think the last person
Or you could just
may
tell
have.
people you found a midget yeti while you were on safari
And you've had
in
it
Singapore
taxidermied.
and had him taxidermied.
That's also a possibility. Great conversation starter. Okay, on that note, I also found this. It's a stink bug!
Oh my god! You just flick it.
No! Just put it outside! What?
It came back! It doesn't want to leave. Hold on, I'll use the spoon on it.
No, just put it outside, please. It's gonna stink.
Okay. I got it. Oh, it fell. Where'd it go? I had it. It's here somewhere.
Are you serious right now?
I don't know where it went.
It's going to attack me while we're filming.
It's not going to attack you.
While we're filming the video, it's going to get stuck in my hair.
It disappeared. I don't know where it went. It fell off the spoon.
Are you serious right now, Andrew?
I'm dead serious. I don't know where it went. It flew that way. It I saw it hit the floor, but now I don't see anything moving.
That's because they move like death.
It's still.
Gosh darn it.
It's gone. I think you're safe.
No.
That was pretty funny. I've never seen you fall out of the chair before. That was great. And we got it on film!
It's still alive is what's scary, and it's around here somewhere.
Oh, you'll be okay.
I'm just gonna compose myself for a Okay. Got this purse out of the bins. It is from the 1980s. It's marked Jean Bouchever. That word. Can you say your last name for me?
Bouchever. Bouchaver. Bouchever.
Apparently, these were all the rage in the 1980s, and all the popular kids had them. That's what a lot of my viewers were commenting. Oh my gosh.
I never had one, and I was one of the popular kids in the 80s. Just saying.
I was 2.
Go away.
So these sell anywhere from $18 to $24. This one's just kind of a plain white one, so what color is this? I just can't even. Why did you wake me up? Why didn't you just let me sleep? This is a black one.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Would you like to take a color test?
God.
What color is Snoopy?
You think I'd be awake after diving out of a chair?
And handling a Yeti.
A plain black purse with white buttons. Is what I meant to say. And white inside.
It is a cool purse though.
So I would expect to get 18 to 24 for it. And we're just gonna move on from the purse.
So that's wood.
Yes, it's a wood handle.
That's awesome.
And the only reason I knew to look for it is because John has brought one over to the house before. And he's like, hey, check out this purse I found. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And so then I knew from seeing his purse what it was. And that's why I knew about it. And when I saw it in the bins, I was like, hey, I know what that is. His was green, though.
Yeah.
His was pretty cool. His was green. There's another one. I just can't even right now. Can you just put it outside?
Yes.
That's the problem. We had this stuff outside for listing, and now it's crawling all over everything. I don't even know if there's probably a ton of them on the quilts. This is gonna be the best haul video ever. I should just scrap this whole video.
No!
Give up.
No, because it's going to be a great video. Attack of the stink bugs.
And afraid to even look inside. Oh my god. So then I grabbed this tote bag out of the bins. And
Did you crap yourself when you pulled it out of the bins as well as when you opened it up here?
no, because it didn't have stink bugs on it. I hate stink bugs. I hate everything about them. They're big and clunky and they
And they're
land on
bugs.
you and they're bugs. And they're everywhere.
Gotta love the old farmhouses.
Well, it's the...
Country.
No, it's the stink bugs. They came over in that container and they're invading. They're invasive species. So this tote bag, what I liked about it was that it's wide.
Yeah.
It's 14 inches wide and you can fit a lot of stuff in there. It actually had a little label on it, it said Trixie. I almost wonder if it was a little girl's, you know, if a mom used it as a diaper bag or something for a daycare, because you can fit a lot of stuff in there. It does have a floral design, and you can see actually where some of the paint from the floral design kind of like transferred. So maybe it's after the fact, or maybe they made it, and I don't know. But I really liked it, so I grabbed it. I grabbed it out of the bins because it was pretty. And I'm afraid to like pick anything else up.
What about that giant fluff of white that's sitting there?
That probably has stink bugs all over it? Are you trying to like trap me? Oh my gosh. I grabbed this. Don't look at it like that. This is a macrame plant hanger. What I liked about this one is that it has wooden beads.
Oh, they're carved.
Yes, they have carved wooden beads. I really liked this one. It's very, very ornate. They put a lot of work into adding the beadwork. A lot of the times I find them and they're just the jute and there's no beads. This one's very long and they put in the added beadwork. It's just a really nice piece.
It's got some shredded newspaper on it.
It does. It was stored in shredded newspaper.
Or there was a bunch of it in the bin too. And it's not mouse chewed. It's
because that's
shredded.
It is absolutely like uniformly shredded. Because that was my first concern. I'm like, is that mouse chewed?
Yeah,
but
it's not.
A mouse doesn't chew in
long strips.
Yeah. So yeah, that was pretty neat. I would expect probably because that is vintage. It's not one of the newer ones. I would expect probably to get 15 to 20 for that. Possibly even more. I don't know.
To the right person.
To the right person, yeah. Because it's so long. Because of the beadwork. I don't know. I'm just afraid to touch everything now. I'm just gonna have a meltdown over everything.
What is that?
It's a creature.
Okay, I think it's fine. There's nothing on it. There we go. You're free and clear on this one.
This is a mop, clearly. And I think it's a reindeer. It's Rudolph, obviously. Look at the red nose.
And antlers, but out of a mop.
Out of a mop.
Okay.
It's very creative. And I love that it has eyelashes. I've got a thing for eyelashes. And that mop reindeer has some nice eyelashes.
Not as nice as mine.
I don't know. I think you could compete.
No, I don't think you could.
It was just like one of those weird things where I picked it up and I'm like, what is that? So then from the Reindeer Mop, I grabbed a few more things. Jewelry boxes.
Yeah.
Now I had to be a little selective in the jewelry boxes. I was going through a bunch of them. There were some modern ones there that Andrew kind of was like, no. We were hemming and hawing over the modern ones, but I did pick out a few of them, and actually a few of them are missing. I think they didn't make them inside. They didn't make it inside. That's what I meant to say. But this one is a Gucci bracelet box. This one's worth about 10 to 15. That one is
Bailey Banks and Biddle, and it's actually, you can tell it's a little bit better quality. It's got a
push button
latch on it. Yeah.
So that one's worth about 5 to 10.
And this would be for a chain.
Yeah.
I think a chain, or even a pair of earrings.
Yeah, probably a
nice set of diamond danglies. Really nice, beautiful.
Yep. And then there was two other ones I got. One was like a little heart-shaped one. Again, probably 10. And another vintage one, 5 to 10. So we did okay in the jewelry boxes. I didn't grab the modern ones. I left those ones there because you can buy them, the made in China ones. Andrew grabbed this interesting one.
Footed guy.
A footed one, which was like clear across at the other end of the bins. So it was probably not related to this little cache of
jewelry boxes. But still, yeah, no. This one's cool.
Yeah, it's cute. And so the last things I grabbed were the blankets, and I am a little apprehensive about this because they were outside with the purses. They probably have stink bugs on them, but I grabbed this Afghan. This must have been a popular style because I come across this exact one with these colors
a lot,
but not in this size. Now this is 7 feet wide.
Wow.
By like 3 feet, like 3 by 7. It was just like, that's
so
kind of a
7
weird,
feet long, 3 feet wide.
yeah, it was kind of like a weird size, but I grabbed it, and I think that the stitching on this is fan stitch. I think is what you guys have told me in the past. I'm sorry, I can't remember everything, but I do believe you guys had told me that is a fan stitch. And lastly, the quilt. Now the quilt does appear to be hand stitched because the stitching is not uniform, but when I've bought quilts in the past from the bins, and I've been really excited about them, you guys have told me, Jocelyn, that's made in China, and it's made in China, and I'm like, oh, but it's still a vintage quilt, so I'm not completely disappointed. I'm not saying this one is definitely made in China, but compared to the other ones that you guys have told me are made in China, I suspect that this one may be too, because the stitching is sloppy. Granted, it could be by someone who just, it was their first quilt. They didn't know what they were doing. But, I don't know. I liked it. I like the colors.
I was going to say, I like the colors. Yeah, I like the colors.
It only has minimal discoloration, and now I did not clean it. I listed it without cleaning it, but it doesn't have any weird smells or anything. I'm nervous about cleaning things these days. As you guys know, I'm like a little apprehensive about that, so I just put that in the listing that after a mishap, I no longer will be cleaning things. For the Afghan, with textiles, it's really hard to say what I would expect to get for those items because
they're all over the place for us.
And it's really hard to find the exact match, so it just depends on if somebody sees it and says, I like that. And if another person says, I have to have that, and then, the bidding goes, crazy. But if only one person wants it, it's going to go for $4 because that's what my starting price is. So I've got both of those listed, but I think definitely going to make my money back on this. And then, of course, we've got Andrew's stuff. I wasn't keeping track of the time, and it shut off.
And how long ago did it do that, though?
I have no idea. It doesn't matter. It may have cut off on you guys. It's not the end of the world. We'll just start from here. You may have missed a little bit. It's okay. So this piece, somebody suggested that it might not actually be turquoise. They may have dyed the little stone because I don't believe the metal is just, it's a fake metal.
Yeah, so, it's not a precious metal.
We just grabbed it because it's the bins and it's not super expensive and it's worth taking a shot on, so. Yeah. Little thing. What is that called? A BOLO?
Yeah, BOLO. It's got that Western theme though.
It does.
So, cool piece.
Yes.
Would actually make for good for a scout uniform. Scouts can wear BOLOs.
Okay, it's your turn.
Cub Scout neckerchief slide.
Speaking of scouts.
I loaded up this trip on silver plate.
I see that.
But some of the pieces I actually have to take the time to look up because some of them are Reed and Barton. And some of the Reed and Barton stuff can be pretty good.
Even though it's plated, yeah.
Yes. Some of it can be desirable. So I will look up the silver plate. The majority of it just goes to the scrap. because the base metal is either copper or brass. And even like these bangle bracelets I picked up out of one of the bins, they're silver plated copper underneath, so they'll definitely go to the junk. This one was cool though. I think this one just needs to be listed. It's
A cloud.
it's a clown. If it'll focus.
It might be too close.
Will it focus? It doesn't like me.
What?
It
This is
doesn't.
the camera that focuses really good too.
It doesn't like me.
Ta-da!
Yeah, it likes you. It doesn't like me. But yeah, so I think that one's pretty cool. But when we were pulling all the silver plate out, somebody put this spoon back in the bin with the rest of the plate because it doesn't say that it's silver. It just has the maker's mark on it. N. Harding and Company. They were only in business till 1862. Actually, I'm sorry. They were not in business until 1862. The Harding died in 62. But they were a silversmith, and they didn't do silver plate. And this would have been coin silver. So this is 900 fine. It's a little less pure than sterling. But there was a shortage of silver at the time, and they were taking the coins and old circulated coins and melting them down to make things like this. But what caught my eye was the handle.
Yeah.
We dig a lot of these metal detecting, so my first glimpse at this, I look at the handle, and then I look at this style of attachment here, and this just screams old. This particular hallmark was used, I want to say it was 1859 to 1862. So it's a very narrow time period that this can be nailed to. Yeah. So how many trips to the bins has that been
I
for me?
don't
Where I
really
get,
want to talk about it.
I can like smell this stuff.
Yeah, you can. You're
I
this
walk
is the
in-
bin that it's in, and I'm going to find it.
Yep.
Oh, look, silver.
So it's worth taking a couple minutes if you do shop at outlets and bins and things like that. Look at the silver plate. You don't have to buy it. If you don't have an outlet for it, don't buy it. It's not extremely. Listen, it's not super valuable. And occasionally you will come across a cool piece that you can resell, but for the most part, it's junk, unfortunately. But you get the occasional.
Good for you.
So I picked up those bangles, but then there was some silver-plated earrings. These things are honkers. They're clip-ons.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think I could ever wear these.
I would hope that
No,
you
they would.
wouldn't.
No, I
They
don't think they're not
clash.
my style.
They're not.
They're not foo-foo enough.
Yeah, you're a lot more. I can't. I'm just not on my game.
There was some questionable pieces of jewelry. I haven't had a chance to test them yet. It looks like it's got the possibility of being, but it could be plated heavily. So I will check the pieces at a later time to see if they are solid silver. This is aluminum, but Mike actually found this and was like, "Hey, you need this." It's a United States bicentennial quarter on an aluminum plate, which I thought was cool. So that'll go in my collection. Let's see, what else? These were neat. These are coasters, but they came in their own like little bag, and they're
shedding.
cool though. I like them. So there was a set of those, and they come in their own little holster bag. What else? You must have picked this up. You said
I did, yeah.
I'm calling it a dolly quilt. It's a quilt for your little baby doll.
I'll accept it.
So it's like, yeah.
I thought it was really nice, but I was like, it's so tiny. What could I do with it?
Yeah, but you know what?
But you have the imagination to put.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's a dolly. It's a baby doll
Yeah.
quilt, and you can play grandma. I thought this was kind of cute. This is like one of those little hide box dealies that's got
Aw.
the chicken side from Easter. I don't think it was intended to have any kind of window built into it. Focus. Get away from her face. There we go. I had to block your face.
Don't block my face.
So it's just a little hinged box. You can see the little chick porcelain. That was kind of cool. This little dude, I couldn't leave him behind. Somebody made him. He's cool. Little crocheted or whatever he is.
He's something.
Yeah, he's something. He's cool. Pinewood Derby cars. We found a few of these at the bins. This one is actually made really nice. Put a lot of time and somebody put a lot of time and effort into the Snoopy special. So I love the Pinewood Derby cars.
Snoopy special.
Tech decks, always a good score when you can get a tech deck. These are popular and they do sell. This is cool. Mars. I want to say these. Oh, this was
Pencils.
a pencil tin. Yeah.
Yeah.
This tin is amazing. I love the graphic on that. Nice vintage. This one had a killer graphic too. With the trumpets and the colors and the lines, and it just like totally has that deco look to it.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a cool piece. So that had to come with us. Basket. America. You know, it's got that Longaberger look. It is absolutely not a Longaberger, but definitely a cool decorating piece. They put a little extra into that. I like that one. I stumbled across this just like floating around, and what it is it says Defense Supply Agency. So this is a military thing. It was off of a plaque. It's the medallion off of a plaque. I got further down in the bin and boom, there's the plaque. And this actually came out of the Mechanicsburg Defense Depot. They removed the person's name off of it before they donated it. So, but we can, that's an easy fix. So for military collectors, some of these oddball plaques, they like them. Like this one here, and they removed the name off of this one, but this one was for the Naval Material Command Fleet Support. And just the medallion on this is like 3D. So it like the ship pops. It's a really nice medallion on that. I like that one. This little bracelet. Somebody picked that up and then put it back, and then I picked it up.
He showed me and I was like, it looks made in India. And then he put it back, and then Andrew came along and grabbed it.
But you know what though? It's yellow brass. So if you don't want to resell it, you know where it's going?
There you go.
With the rest of the scrap. Let's see. I think I'm down to these. I don't know. I had a feeling about these. Not this one so much. But this is a cool print. This is 1979 Millicent Tompkins. I have to look up Millicent Tompkins and see.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You didn't show me those.
Oh, I didn't? I'm sorry.
No.
I thought I did. I could have swore I did, but that one's Millicent Tompkins. This is the one I actually kind of like. This is a 1979 art gallery exhibition poster. So some of the gallery exposition posters are collectible, and coming out of the bins for what it cost us, it doesn't hurt to grab it.
Yeah.
Somebody may or may not like it. If they don't, well, that's fine too. But you can't research every single item while you're standing there, because sometimes it's like a rush. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep going along.
Plus, for what you're paying for it,
It's worth taking a shot on.
You lose some, you donate it back when you're
Right, but at the end of the day, you've made money on the entire pile that you've gotten from an outlet store like that. if you have to throw something back into the donate bin or something's not worth messing with and you have to throw it away, it's not going to hurt you. But yeah, no, I just had a feeling, just kind of like that Hawaii print.
Ooh.
So I grabbed these. I think the only other things I grabbed a Lego thing for myself to stash away. But this was sealed. State Quarter album. Brand new, sealed. These things are like 20, 25 bucks. Brand new.
Yeah.
So I usually give them away. But I think that's it.
So I can go back to bed now.
No, you have to edit this video.
Oh, that's right. I have to edit this video.
And we have to do a thumbnail.
Oh, we have to do a thumbnail. Well, that is our haul video for the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was full of all sorts of excitement. Probably the most exciting haul video we've ever done.
Maybe
No
for you.
comment.
Maybe for you.
Maybe for you.
Maybe for you.
So
I'm
anyway,
not afraid of stink bugs.
I can't stand the things. Oh, we've got another train coming.
Good timing.
Wowzers, there's a lot of trains this evening. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you stay tuned tomorrow for another shopping video. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to drop. I'm so ahead in footage that
We got a ton of footage.
a ton of footage. But
Good footage. Really good
the
footage.
train is coming. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.
Bye.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook.